Welcome once again to The Point of View by Harbinger Systems. This is the only place where you could access some of the most important and expert point of views on all things that are related to technology. Today's point of view is special, and let me tell you why. The healthcare industry is gradually and steadily moving towards an increasingly patient centric ecosystem. All government regulations, along with technology disruptions and systemic changes, are all converging with a focus on maximizing participation of the patient in the entire healthcare journey. The 2020 pandemic has given further impetus to the scalable, inclusive, and cost effective remote patient management approach. With more than a decade of experience in the health tech domain, we at Harbinger has facilitated this transition for many of our own customers. This session is intended to give you an overview of all the learnings that we have gathered over the years and have been documented in a white paper which we have titled Building Technical Capabilities to Augment Remote Patient Engagement. I have the privilege today of hosting the authors of this white paper. Uh, Prachi Kulkarni and Pankaj Oja are here with me today. Prachi Kulkarni has over 2 decades of experience with technology consulting with customers all across the globes in different domains, and Pankaj Oja has over 2 decades of experience in serving health tech customers, especially for their technology needs in this area. I'm all set to open my discussion with them, and I'd encourage you to listen in to their expert opinions and their experiences while they have written this white paper. And a very warm welcome to both of you as well, Prachi and Pankaj.
Thank you. Thanks, Jomi.
Thanks, Jomi.
Great. So, Pankaj, let's start with you. Um, I believe you would not feel that it's an overstatement that 2020 was a major year and has been sort of life changing for everyone, especially the healthcare industry. And I'm sure you agree with me on this, um, where we've seen a lot of long lasting impacts that have been made in the industry itself as well as the technology arena around it. What do you think, and what have been your observations in this space?
I completely agree with you, Jomi. The world was not ready for this kind of pandemic, and no one has ever thought that it would completely change the way we live and operate. And definitely, healthcare was under the spotlight, and as it was like very much dependent on in-person interactions, be it like the hospitals, be it the labs, the clinics, the software, the processes, or even the mindset was not ready for remote patient care and engagement model. But having said that, I would appreciate the way the healthcare community showed the agility and quickly adopted to the new norms. And as a result, like this opened the door for several new opportunities. And technology is definitely at the center of these changes. And the healthcare industry must take this opportunity to make healthcare patient centric, convenient, and cost effective. Prachi, what do you think?
Absolutely, Pankaj. I agree with you. So, till now, the players in the healthcare ecosystem were mostly operating in silos. And I see that the major need is for these systems to connect and exchange information in a secure and frictionless way. We are also looking at remote patient management, where that is going to be enabled by the various wellness devices, the health portals, the health applications, and techniques like, say, process automation and data analysis and artificial intelligence and all that. So all this I see is going to allow the patient to have more and more control over their health data and in turn their entire patient journey. In fact, this is what our current white paper is going to focus on. And we are going to talk about the technical approaches that are going to enable such connectivity and remote patient management.
Great. And you're bang on with that, Prachi. You said that there are, really important approaches that you want to talk about when it comes to such, processes that are there. So let's start with the first one, which is this aspect of connected systems. And correct me if I'm wrong, but the first thing that comes to my mind is just having all these different systems, which could be, healthcare devices, wearables, and healthcare systems. Just being connected isn't enough. having real-time data, which basically specifies the condition of the patient in real time, is also equally important, along with the security of that information as well, right? And I think you also have touched upon a bit on this on your white paper and have recommendations on that. So, Pankaj, would you like to talk to us a little bit about that portion?
Sure, Jami. I agree with you that just connecting the different healthcare systems is not enough. And then because healthcare is a very sensitive industry and the information needs to flow in the real time so that the emergencies can be handled at the right time. And to encourage this, even the government agencies have also taken several steps, and then they have came up with initiatives like Meaningful Use to Micra, MAPS, and many more. And as a result of these initiatives, all the EHRs and the EMR systems have exposed their APIs to connect with the different ancillary systems.
Yeah, in fact, I would like to add a little bit more here. So,
Sure.
in addition to the EHR EMRs that Pankaj was talking about, there are tons of APIs are available in the market as open APIs. So, say if anybody wants to develop a healthcare application, using such APIs is going to go the long way. So, say for example, it can be as simple as appointment scheduling, or it can be the financial APIs, or it can be other the device connection APIs. All these APIs are going to be available there. Big players like Google and Microsoft, Google with their cloud and Microsoft with their IoT hub, they are also enabling such quick application development with the use of these open APIs. And I should say that obviously all these APIs that are available, they are HL7 and FHIR compliant. So I see that building of healthcare application is going to be much more easier coupled with the EHR EMR APIs, of course, if we go and use these open APIs.
Very true, Prachi. And there is like very wider adoption of such APIs and connectors to facilitate this secure data exchange. One other point which is very important is the data privacy and security in healthcare. And again, this can be achieved in many ways. And the government and the standard bodies has already recommended their set of standards and the compliances. You talked about HL7 and FHIR. How like the software product companies needs to adhere their application and ensure that they are HL7 and FHIR compliant. One other popular way is like through blockchain. And because blockchain is immutable, secure, and programmable, so people find it very suitable for healthcare use cases because it gives the entire control of health data to patient, and then patient can share full or part of their data with the providers in a very secure manner.
Yes. In fact, let me add a little bit about how to, the implementation aspect of the blockchain. So if we look at the healthcare segment, there are quite a few popular blockchain providers, be it Ethereum, be it Hyperledger or Multiconnect. The choice of blockchain for your suitable application depends on various selection criteria, and there are tons of them, which we have talked about in the white paper. But if I want to name a few of them, it can be whether you are looking for a permissioned or permissionless, that is private or public blockchain, the consensus protocol that is going to be in use, the license, maybe a little bit about the technology stack. All these aspects are going to come into picture when you're going to select a blockchain provider for implementation. But once you do that, the secure, frictionless information exchange is going to be more easily possible.
Got it. So that means the connections, the connected ecosystem, along with the security of the data, can also be managed by the technological approaches that you have just spoken about. Now let's move ahead to the patient-centric approach that is really been spoken about a lot. And what I'd like to talk about here is, and maybe we can discuss it as well, is how this puts the spotlight on the patient and ensures that patient-centric approach makes sure that the patient participates in his or her healthcare journey. And we all know how critical that is as well, because that can happen only if the patient is not just committed, but also that the care systems that the patient is interacting with is easy to use and also intuitive. So I think because people realize that there is this whole market and this entire set of increasing trend of product companies who are now focusing on patient engagement products, and I think there's going to be a lot of technology that is needed to address that. So, Prachi, if you could talk to us a little bit about how technology can align with this trend in remote care and monitoring.
Yes. So, Jomi, you're right when you say that the remote patient management is the need of time. Okay. So, we started with the secure information exchange, but that was just the beginning. It does provide the backbone for this remote patient management, but it doesn't end there.
Mm-hmm.
What we are now looking for is the entire patient journey managed with minimum face-to-face interaction. So it can be right from the admission pre-checkup or the scheduling of the appointments to up to the further follow-up appointments and all that. So all this has to be managed remotely. This can be done maybe through the video integrations, the use of chatbots. All this is going to enable that. The speech to text tools, all these are going to help us in there. The wellness tools, the IoT devices that we talked a lot about, all these are going to provide us the updates, which could be then further used in the follow-up appointments. The data that is getting generated through all this can be further analyzed to kind of predict and get patterns of the patient interaction, which again can help us in the long run. So all these are going to enable the remote patient management with remote interactions, enabling the remote interactions in the patients. Pankaj, you want to add something here?
Yes. So, yes, Pachi, as you rightly said, the healthcare IoT devices are playing a vital role in remote patient engagement. And now, because like there are several Internet of Medical devices that on a regular basis collect the patient data and sends the data to physicians, and then physicians has an opportunity to act it on a real-time basis. So that helps a lot in patient engagement as well as remote patient care. The other important aspect is remote patient engagement is like the patient education. To help patient like participate in their health decisions, it's very important to make them understand their current reports, their available treatment options, and the risks involved. And this can easily be achieved through tools like nudge learning or regular learning management systems.
Absolutely. Sort of alleviates that problem of people googling their symptoms and self-medicating and taking the kind of medicines that you're not supposed to, and sooner or later realizing that you have some horrendous disease that you didn't even know you had. So I think those kind of tools are absolutely needed. And such a detailed discussion, right? And I think one thing that we all would like to know from you is, Pankaj, you've written so much about your own experience, and we can see clearly in the white paper that you've drawn from those experiences. What motivated you to write this down? And if you could also talk a little bit about those experiences, please.
Sure, Jimmy. So in last 2 to 3 years, like we helped a number of our customers to enhance their legacy systems and made it ready for remote care and engagement. We help them add mainly like the features like telehealth, remote patient monitoring, remote engagement, learning solutions, as well as like connect their existing system with the other healthcare systems. And the feedback from our customers as well as from the hospitals are very motivating. This is not because this is not just helping the caregivers, but this is also helping a lot to the patients. And after helping a few set of customers, we realized that this is a very common problem and our solutions are making a difference. So why not to like take this learning to a bigger audience? And that is when like Prachi and I decided to write this white paper. And in this white paper, we have also provided a link for a few case studies and the blogs that we have recently like written and published. And we strongly feel that people will find this information very useful.
Mhm.
Absolutely, really, so much of useful information that readers can draw from. And I feel what is incredible is that how the impact of just enabling certain features such as the ones that you just spoke about, right? Telehealth, remote patient management, and even any functionality that basically helps patients feel cared for, and also that they are secure about their own healthcare data. It's going to be critical for the coming years, and I'm sure that health tech companies would need to take cognizance of that and have that building of such features going on in the coming years. So thanks for putting this all together. A special thanks to you, Prachi and Pankaj, for coming together here with us today and sharing all your opinions on this topic. And for our audiences, if you have any questions, if you're struggling in the same areas or you're exploring these yourself, feel free to write to us at consulting@harbingergroup.com, or you could even leave us a comment below and we'll try our best to get back to you with very good answers on what we can do to help you. If you're interested in listening to many of such point of views in the future, feel free to follow us on our social media channels so that you're updated on many more such point of views. You could also check up the recordings of such point of views on our website, which is www.harbinger-systems.com. And I hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as we have enjoyed making this for you. Thanks for listening in, and stay tuned for many such more point of views. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks, Jumi.
Thank you.